This is a dinosaur, and so is this, and so is this, and so is this. Dino December on Duel. I used to pray for times like these, man. You know, a bony guy like me has a bit of affinity for the most famous bones of all time. And with some new cards, a new skill, and the ban list killing a rock, dinos are finally meta. Dinos are one of the best designed decks that Yu-Gi-Oh has ever cooked, because it's so self-sufficient, and because of that, it doesn't need a skill to patch up its weaknesses at all. But that being said, this whole year, skills haven't just been about fixing decks' weaknesses and design flaws, they've also been about making going second less of a shitty experience when compared to the TCG and Master Duel. But Dinos still doesn't even need that, cause we've got misc.
Hey, what's wrong with Dino? What's the problem? Why is it so good? Why are you upset?
It literally has invalidated every single deck and it's so shit.
Can you elaborate?
Have you read misc?
This guy is a hand trap that you can discard during the main phase that makes all your dinos unaffected by activated effects for the whole main phase. As long as this effect resolves, you get to just ignore the majority of interruptions in the game, making this deck an absolute nightmare to go against. This deck's aiming to set up a ridiculously powerful end board to interrupt the opponent enough that they can't break through, and with misc, you can just make it that much harder for them to stop your interruptions from going through. This deck's boss monsters are Evil Tsar Lagia, Evil Tsar Dolka, Overtex Quatless, and
Ultimate Conductor Tyranno.
Lagia and Dolka are actually dragons, but they require dinos as material to summon them. It makes them a bit more balanced considering that they aren't going to be protected by misc, but Lagia detaches both of its materials to either negate a summon or a back row, and that's pretty powerful and versatile, which is why it takes both its materials to use. But Dolka can detach one material to negate a monster effect and destroy it, but it's also not once per turn, so it's 2 monster negates. That's a lot of power, but it can't negate back row, which makes it less versatile. Overtex Quatless can be special summoned by shuffling 5 banished dinos into the deck, and it's a back row negate. 5 banished dinos? Yeesh. Don't worry guys, we got an easier way to set this up, but at the same time, we do have ways of getting that many dinos into the banish pile. But if we can set this up, it can keep our non-dino Xyz safe from back rows, so we don't have to go into Lagia for back row negation, and we have more leniency to play Dolka for more monster negates. Or, if the matchup is better with 2 back row negates, then we can still go for that. Finally, our big guy,
Ultimate Conductor Tyranno.
You can summon this guy by banishing 2 dinos from grave, which is pretty easy. And this guy's got a quick effect to destroy a dino on field or in hand to Book of Eclipse the opponent's field, and he can battle all the opponent's monsters once each, and instead of destroying them, he could also non-target send them to grave and burn the opponent for 500. This guy by himself is an interruption, and out to the opponent's protected monsters, and a way to break the opponent's whole board for an easy OTK. That's why he's the big boss, the one and only. To get our plays going, we've got our starters misc, Overraptor, DeBaby, and Fossil Dig to search for any of them. Misc isn't just a hand trap, it can also banish any amount of dinos, including itself, from grave to summon out a dino from deck whose level is equal to the amount of dinos you banished. Overraptor on summon can either search any dino or send any dino from deck to grave, and then he can destroy a dino on your field to revive a dino, and that can turn on some pretty good combos because DeBaby triggers when destroyed to summon out a level 4 or lower dino from deck. So when you add it all together, we've got a searcher, a summoner from deck, and a summoner from deck. We really want to be able to open all 3 of these, so we play as many copies of these as possible and try to play as tight of a deck count as possible. We also got a skill to make it easier for us to find pieces, but the name of the skill is long, man. You ain't trying to read this shit. I'm not trying to read that shit. Just know that you can shuffle or discard a light, dark, or earth monster back to the deck to draw 2 cards. That's all you need to know. That can get us stuff engraved to banish or put bricks back in our deck. But the important thing is that it's a nice and easy draw 2 to help us set up our plays. This deck technically has 1 combo, but it starts differently depending on what pieces you opened between DeBaby, Overraptor, and misc. If you start with DeBaby and misc, you start by activating misc in hand to make all your dinos untouchable. Then you banish misc from grave to summon Animador and Archosaur from deck. But hold on, that's not a dino, it's a pseudo-Sukian. That doesn't matter in gameplay. Just know that on summon, this guy's going to destroy DeBaby from your hand to search double evolution pill. DeBaby is going to trigger engrave to summon out Overraptor from deck, and on summon, the Overraptor will search for another baby. link off Animador and Archosaur into Linkuriboh, then normal summon your second baby. If you start with Oviraptor and either misc or Dababy, start out by normal summoning Oviraptor to search for Dababy or misc so that you have all three. Activate misc from hand to protect Oviraptor from hand, then banish it from grave to summon out Archosaur from deck. On summon, it will destroy Dababy to search for double evolution pill, and Dababy will trigger engrave to summon another copy of itself from the deck. That's basically the two ways this deck can get the combo started. From here is where it's pretty much the same. Use Oviraptor's other effect to destroy your baby on the field and revive the Animador and Archosaur, and then the second baby will trigger to summon Giant Rex from the deck. Link off Archosaur and Giant Rex into Security Dragon. If you're going second, you're going to be able to use Security Dragon at this point in the combo to bounce an opponent's monster before continuing your combo, but going first, you only use them for link climbing. Link off Linkuriboh and Security Dragon into Decode Talker Heat Soul. Then you can activate double evolution pill, banishing a link monster and Giant Rex from grave to summon out Ultimate Conductor Tyranno from deck. When Giant Rex is banished, it triggers to revive itself, and with it back on the field, you can overlay it with Oviraptor into either Evilzor Dolka or Evilzor Lagia. Then you can use Heat Soul, paying a stack of life points to draw a card. On the opponent's turn, Heat Soul will pay another stack to draw a card and turn itself into IP Mask or S-Force Justify. If you're free to play, Lagia or Dolka will negate shit, and Tyranno can eclipse the opponent's whole field just by destroying any other of your monsters. You could even wait until your Evilzor has no materials left, then destroy that, or you could destroy a monster in hand like a card your Heat Soul drew for you. If you had an extra misc in hand from bonus searches or through Heat Soul draws, you could also protect your Tyranno from any of your opponent's effects during their main phase, making his interruption even more scary. And while we're talking about extra searches, if you've already got everything you need, then Oviraptor can search Tyranno for you because he's pretty easy to summon from hand just by himself, so your double evolution pill could instead be used to play out Overtex Quatless as a back renegade and still have the Tyranno. Just look at this field, bro. Look at it. This shit isn't even that uncommon, man. You got two back renegades, a full book of Eclipse, drawing cards out the ass, IP into Unicorn or Goddess. Dude, this is crazy. And you want to know the other crazy thing? As long as we can get another misc in grave, we got a whole follow-up combo going on, because we can banish 4 dinos from grave to summon out another Oviraptor from deck. One of those dinos is going to be a Giant Rex, so that'll resummon itself. Oviraptor will on summon search for whatever you need, and Oviraptor can destroy Giant Rex to revive your Tyranno, so you can just go in with that. And that's not even talking about the other shit that we might get off the search. The fact that we can go into another rank 4, the fact that we can link climb. Dude, this deck's game plan has got it all. And going second, you want to know what the combo is? It's the same damn combo, but their interruptions don't mean shit because you got misc protecting your whole field, and instead of Heat Soul, you could go into Unicorn for more board breaking. The only thing that's really annoying is if you draw into your Overtex, Archosaur, or Giant Rex, since we want them to be in the deck, or if we don't draw into the dinos that are actually good in the hand. And that's exactly why we got this skill to shuffle back bricks and to draw into the good stuff. Here's the deck list, not playing too many staples, because we can use the Heat Soul and the skill to draw into them, and we are mainly just trying to see our game plan, because our game plan is really solid as it is already. Droplet's just really good for some extra insurance on our plays, especially like protecting our Fossil Dig from the opponent's back renegades, just to make sure we can get our misc. Aside from that, everything here is everything I've explained already, so let's get into the games. At this point, guys, you're probably wondering, why am I not doing the FTK version? And the reason for that is because I think that that's really cringe, and if you guys wanted to learn about the FTK, you can always watch a Mechlord video. Right now, I'm going to talk about the version of dinos that, you know, is going to survive a ban list. You know, Duel Links is not the place where FTKs survive. We might keep getting FTKs, but they also keep getting banned. It's only a matter of time before we have none left. But anyway, guys, going first, I don't really have any meta replays today. Sorry about that, but I'm working on like 4 advanced guides right now. 4 of them bitches, bro. So I need to just bang them out the way. Any good replays I can take is what I'm going to take. So I'm going first, misc into Archosaur, destroy the baby, get the double evolution pill. And I open the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, meaning that I am going to be able to make the best board in the deck. So I'm going to summon Ovi from deck. Ovi is going to search for baby, going to link off the Archosaur into Linkuriboh, normal summon baby, pop to baby. Baby is going to summon out Giant Rex from deck, and I'm going to link these 2 off into Security Dragon, link those 2 off into Decode Talker Heat Soul. And now typically, guys, if I don't have UCT in my hand, then I'll use Heat Soul at this point to see if maybe I draw into it so that my double evolution pill can summon Quatless from deck instead. But if I already have it, then I don't risk it, because I might draw into the Quatless and then I won't be able to summon it from deck with evolution pill. So since I already have it, just start off by summoning it, banishing the giant Rex. It's going to come back, going to go into Lagia here. Now, a lot of the time I should go into Dolka because it is 2 monster negates, and I'm about to have a back renegade anyway, but I just really like having 2 back renegades, man. And the fact that this can also negate summons, it's just so nice. Yeah, I'm going to use my double evolution pill, banishing 2 from grave to go into Quadless. Heat Soul is going to draw a card. It's going to be a droplet, so isn't that goddamn insane? But I'm going to use Heat Soul at the beginning of his turn. He's going to use Typhoon, getting rid of my droplet. Is what it is, bro. I'm going to turn into an IP Mask, draw into a misc. Isn't that holy, man? I'm just that good, bro. But yeah, he's going to use his Wind Witch skill, add his Ice Spell to his hand. He's going to special summon it and another Wind Witch from deck. And at this point, I'm thinking, okay, this is a synchro deck, meaning that Tyranno can turn the shit off just by flipping everything he has down. However, I'm pretty sure that they have ways to get through that, so I'm gonna make him work for it. I'm gonna make him work for the honor of Tyranno flipping him down. So Lagia is able to negate a synchro summon, so that's the first one I'm gonna go for. Glass Bell is gonna activate, searching for a freeze bell. He's gonna activate that, summoning it, synchro summon into his Winter Bell, and I'm gonna use my Lagia to negate that. GG. And you know, he won't be able to revive it by any way because it wasn't properly synchro summoned, because I negated the summon itself. I didn't just destroy it. He's going to try to revive something though, and I'm going to negate that using Quadless, destroying my misc from hand because I don't think I'm going to need that protection, to be honest. He's going to activate another one, must be nice, summon another from deck, and I could flip him down here, but he doesn't have any tuners, so there wouldn't be any points. So as soon as he summons a tuner, I'm going to flip him down. So Tyranno, destroy Quadless, flip everything down. He's going to use his skill to search the hand trap guy, but it doesn't matter. My turn. With everything face down, man, I could just attack in with Tyranno, burn for 500 for every monster that I sent to the grave, and just easily OTK that way. But that wouldn't be very flexy, and we flex over here at Team 6K, so I'm gonna go in, force him to surrender just from the sheer might of my my flexing. So Fossil Dig is going to search for Ovi. Ovi is going to normal summon and search for another UCT. Going to use the skill shuffling that back to draw 2 cards so I have more discard fodder. And I'm going to link off into Unicorn. Unicorn is going to shuffle my own Ultimate Conductor Tyranno into the deck so that I can use Evolution Pill, banishing Giant Rex and IP to bring it right back out. Giant Rex is going to come back. I'm going to go into Dolka. And then I'm going to use Misc from grave. And they're like, alright bro, just attack me, man. Just attack me. So they scoop. GG's. Alright, going second here against Dragon Mates. Now guys, I don't actually know how to play Dragon Mates. I never bothered. I mean, I have the cards. It just never interested me, so I never even tried. I'm just gonna press the skip button, bro, because I don't know. But he ends on an Omni Negate here. Alright, so I'm gonna show you how to get through an Omni Negate. He's gonna do his standby phase stuff, getting his searches and floating off and whatever the hell. So first of all, I'm gonna use the skill putting Quatless back in deck to see if potentially I can draw into a droplet. And this turned out to be a bit of a mistake because I drew into Giant Rex, which is gonna hurt my combos a little bit unless I can discard it in some way. But you know, I have Misc, I have Ovi, I have Baby, I have combo, and I have Tyranno in hand as it is already. You know what I mean? So I'm going to normal summon Overraptor. What I could have done is activate Misc right away, but then he would just negate that. He would either negate the fact that I'm protecting my dinos, or he would negate the grave effects, which is the more important thing. So I want him to try to negate Overraptor based on the chance that I don't have Misc in hand yet, because if I don't have Misc in hand yet, then him negating the Overraptor here will stop me. So he's going to try to negate the Overraptor effect, and then I'm going to chain Misc to protect myself. Now I'm completely fine. His interruptions aren't really going to hurt me anymore. So Misc is going to summon out the Archosaur, pop to Baby, search the pill. Baby's going to summon another Baby from deck, link off into Linkaribo. Ovi's going to pop to Baby, bring back the Archosaur, and summon a Misc from deck. I normally would summon Giant Rex, but you know, it is what it is, bro. Link off into Security Dragon, and this isn't a dino, so he is going to be able to use his downtime to return something to hand and trigger his house, destroy my Security Dragon. But now I can use my double evolution pill, banishing 2 from grave to go into Quatless, and I'm not even using the Quatless, bro. I'm not even using the Quatless. I'm just linking it off into Unicorn so I can discard my Giant Rex to shuffle back his house, and then banishing 2 from grave to go into Tyranno, bring back Giant Rex. Tyranno's going to destroy the Baby to flip him down, and so that Baby can get Overraptor from deck, and I can overlay these two into Logia just in case. He's going to use Ernest to summon a Chamber. Chamber's going to put itself back in hand to revive the Ernest, but I'm actually completely fine with him having more monsters on the field, bro, because the more monsters he has on the field, the more monsters I can attack. So I attack into him, attack into him, attack into him, and that's GG. Dinos is probably my new favorite deck, guys, but I'm about to come out with 3 more guys, and Weatherman's got videos on the way, so make sure you subscribe and hit the bell. Thanks for watching. Have yourselves a good one, guys. I've been Undead from Team 6K, signing out.
Hey, why they gotta hate on me? I done got me 250,000 views and they still saying they low key. They ain't wanna come work with the kid, but I'm flexing with Zay on beats. How they ask for a spot at the gym, but they leave all the weight on me. I don't ask them to wait on me. They would ask where they gon' be with a song if they wanted the Weatherman. I ain't asking to pay no fees. She was homeless and needed a spot. I ain't ask her to pay no lease. I ain't ask her to say no please. I ain't ask her to make no cheese. Scream fake, but it ain't on me. Got clean, so it ain't no streets. Why green if it ain't no keeps? Brought cream, so it ain't no beef. My team say it ain't no chief. My demon, they hang on me. They seemingly ain't no peace. I seen him, he ain't no beast. For real.